Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Kurt Busch's Jordan Brand Kansas win from 2022. As always, take a quick look at the box. You have the generic box with the race win sleeve over it. They made a total of 2,976 of these things. Very high numbers. This was the hottest selling diecast of the season until the Ross Chastain Hal Mellon car outdid it. Here is the car itself. A beautiful paint scheme based on one of the Jordan Brand shoes. I looked it up one time and I've already forgotten. It's like the Jordan 3s or the Jordan 2s or something. I am not a shoe person. I've never understood the whole pay $1,500 for a pair of shoes that you're just going to stare at. Yeah, I know I collect toy cars and basically do the same thing, but I ain't paying no $1,500. I ain't even paying $500 for a single diecast. It would have to be something really important for me to pay that much for a diecast ever. Anyways, here is the race-winning stat card. It's funny, they didn't actually, edit out the monster logos. Usually when they posted this car, the photo they have on their site and stuff, the monster logos are edited out, so it's funny they didn't do it on the card. You can see the monster logo back there. You can see it on his fire suit and everything. There are the stats on the back if you want to read that. Sadly, this is looking like this is going to be Kurt Busch's final career win. If for some reason you don't know, Kurt Busch had a crash later in 2022 at Pocono. Got a concussion and was out for the rest of the season, where Ty Gibbs filled in, and well, then it got weird because Ty Gibbs filled in, but then Bubba took over the 45, but then they kept Ty Gibbs in the 23, but it still had Kurt Busch's name on it. But oh, he definitely went out with a bang if this is going to be his final win. Said he outdueled Kyle Larson and was able to, get 23-11, their first quote-unquote real victory. Because Bubba's Talladega win was, of course, just a rain win, where this one was, pure based on speed and talent and everything. Which Bubba did, follow up. He had the same chassis as this car in the fall Kansas race, and Bubba was able to get his first career, quote-unquote, real win. I'm probably going to get that diecast, too. That's going to be a cool set to have the matching 45, 23-11 Kansas wins. But anyway, let's do a quick 360 of this car. This is one of those cars that I think a lot of people, weren't sure if they were going to be able to offer. It took a few days for them to get it up. Because with the Jordan brand and everything, that's one of those brands that's really protective of their image and such, so it looked like it was going to be harder with licensing, but luckily they were able to work something out, which is really good now, because if they didn't make this and this is, going to be Kurt Busch's final win, that would have been really bad if we weren't able to get the final win for Kurt Busch in his career. Like I said, it looks exactly like the shoe. That is where this crazy, broken up, camel pattern with the red logos, this is the back of the shoe, the front of the shoe, the top of the shoe and everything. This is one of two Jordan Brand shoe cars they ran last year. Ty Gibbs raced the second one at the second Richmond race, which was more white and black. Like I said, I did not know shoes. It was a completely different shoe than this one, but that one didn't get a diecast because they refused to make any Ty Gibbs diecast for some reason. Would have liked to get that just to have the set, but whatever. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have the Jumpman logo. Got Toyota Camry number 45 and 2311. Down the side, you have the Jumpman logo. You got 7-Eleven, so there'd be a monster logo right there. Got McDonald's in front of the rear wheel. Nothing on the C post. On the B post, you have Toyota Moneyline, Mobile One, Mac Tools, and 2311. Kurt Busch's name on the name rail. Does have the NASCAR Salutes logo. It's really funny that they've shoved that down there this year. It's usually on the A post, but I guess they can't really fit a decal that looks right on the A post anymore, so they shove it down below the logo. Has Kurt Busch's name on the name rail and all that. On the back, you have two Jumpman logos. Seems a little redundant. Got Toyota Camry TRD number 45. That's funny. That exhaust decal is sideways. Was that really like that on the real car? It is raised up on this end versus this end. Got nothing on the deck lid. That would, of course, be a Monster Energy logo. And you have two Jumpman logos on the roof. This is number 1,954. Definitely one of the higher number diecasts I've ever gotten. You got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. So you got Mobile One and Toyota under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. Now let's get down to the damage and stuff. This car is very dirty, but not really damaged. If you can see on the front, it is very dirty. I wonder if the real car was really that dirty, or is this one of those where they Lionel kind of, turned it up a little bit so you could actually see some of it, because that looks like way dirtier than I feel like the car would have actually been. Looks really cool to see it that dirty. You can see the whole front end is just coated in dirt and rubber buildup and such. The grill is very clean. It's got weird hood pins that are like in the middle of the hood, which is accurate. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of those hood pins are, but I saw this on one of the 164s, and I was like, did Lionel really just print the hood pins all the way up the hood? But no, that is accurate. I don't know entirely what those are supposed to be for, though, because I don't think you're not going to want to like hold down the hood flaps or whatever, so I don't know. Anyways, down the side, you have more dirt and grime. You see there's a bunch of dirt by the right rear tire. The right rear tire is like rubbed off. Looks like he scuffed the wall or scuffed somebody at some point. Does have the black rims, which again is accurate to 2311. These are the only cars that the black rims are accurate to. Everyone else uses those gunmetal gray rims. Penske uses chrome, and then 2311 uses black rims. I think Denny himself might use black rims too, because his race one came out with black rims. I have to go back and look at some photos, but there's a very good chance that he uses black rims too. Anyways, on the back, you have a few little marks and stuff. Looks like he was getting pushed or bumped on a restart or something. Left rear, again, just more dirt and stuff you can see all throughout the black parts of the car. See a little bit of a mark right there on the exhaust piece. Does have both of the front and back exhaust pieces printed in. And that little red line, which looks really good with this car. The line that's on all the Toyotas. Definitely a very cool car. Like I said, this is definitely going to be a unique one. They did make a lot of them, but this car is still already getting rare. This is one of those cars that you don't want to be fooled by the fact it's, you know, got so many made, because there's a lot of those people that, like, as soon as they see that there's like 3,000 of these things made, they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to get it then. I'll just wait till it's $10 or whatever. But a lot of these cars, they make that many, especially in this day and age. If they make that many of a car, it's for a reason. They don't just randomly make 3,000 of a car. It's because that many people ordered it. Which, I'm sure there's some people that, you know, bought this car, bought 10 of these, like the Gravedigger car, thinking this was going to be some super rare and valuable, like, car. And I don't think it's going to get to some, like, crazy amounts of, like, $300 car. But last time I checked on eBay, this car was already, like, the cheapest one on eBay was already, like, 15 over retail. So it's still going to be a pretty popular car. I don't think you'd want to snooze on this car if you really want this car. It was already popular. Now the fact that it's Kurt Busch's final win, probably. He is still supposedly going to do some races next season with 2311 in a third car. Possibly like a 32 car, but I'm sure that's just going to be a Monster Energy car, which is going to suck, because then if it is a Monster Energy car, they're not going to make the diecast of it. But remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Just go check it out if you want anything. But I think it's all there is to say. This has been a review of Kurt Busch's Kansas Jordan brand win from 2022. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.